Hello. What's up, people? Welcome back to another weekly update. I haven't been working on a lot of new stuff. I've been mostly working on reworks. Yes, my reworks. Now, last week I said that I will probably get her out, but I didn't. So she's coming this week, for sure. I have filmed the video and everything. I just have to edit it, and then she'll be up on Thursday. And then I'm just gonna do a K-On showcase on all these 4 customs. That's what's coming as well. And as you can see, lots of stuff here. Let's just start off with Virgil right here. The first sculpt I made for him was like very big, very squarey like, and that was blue tack. And then after I trashed my Asura, I used that sculpt for Virgil. And it looked pretty good, pretty decent. But now, you know, moving on to clay, this is what I got. I'm very happy with it. It's painted and varnished and everything. As you can see, I'm redoing his torso. And, you know, this is a great torso. I'm trying to use these pieces that I used before when I customized my figures back in the day. Because he's going to have a coat over, so, you know, it won't really matter. I just have to varnish his torso. I think it's going to look pretty good. And as I said, the sculpt just looks amazing. Weirdly enough, I actually started sculpting this piece right here. And you can just see that it has all the texture. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so I just noticed this. His ear just came loose. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but that happened. So I have to re-glue that before I can actually paint him. So yeah, Blue Exorcist finally started to air again. Now this is what I hope with the season airing now. I hope that it will follow the manga and then, you know, they'll keep on doing them. Like, do a season every year or so. That should work. Now, the sculpt turned out pretty damn nice. I'm gonna redo torso and face and everything, so. I'll try to get him out as soon as I can, but as I said, I had to glue this stupid ear back. So here we got Neptune. I'm gonna redo her face. And as you can see, the sculpt looks pretty good. Made it really quickly. And I'm gonna sculpt a hood for her, just like I did with Sora. So we're gonna see how that turns out. More Neptune shit. Here we got Compa. Made her front bangs at least. And just had to make her hairband. And then I think the rest will work pretty smoothly. I'm just gonna fill in the black linings for her eyes. And then varnish it. Because I really do like how the face turned out the first time. Now we're gonna do this plate right here first before we go to those two later. Here's just Virgil's coat. Cut this up today, and it was way easier to make compared to Dante's. Now Dante's coat was kind of a pain to do, basically because he has these folds, and I tried to do them by folding the paper. That didn't turn out too well because I suck at getting the proportions right. You know, it was bigger on the other side or whatever. Really annoying. Couldn't get them lined up right, so I just cut these pieces and put them on there and glue them on there. Face turned out much better this time. And as you can see, this is the DMC3 Dante. And since Dante is basically an anime character, I gave him anime eyes. But this time, I finally got a good Dante sculpt. It finally looks like his DMC3 hair. Couldn't get that right, like, never, for some reason. But now, we finally got it. So, fuck blue tack and glue. Like how the coloring turned out, really. Got all these lines in and everything. Really great. So it's just his hands. And then I'm probably going to sculpt the Rebellion for him. But we'll see about that. Dante will pretty much be done this week. As said, I just had to varnish his hands. Started on the Ruby customs from Season 4. This is Yang's torso. It's varnished and everything. And then we'll have this piece of paper right here. It's her jacket. It's gonna be her jacket, at least. Like so. So it's gonna be like this, pretty much. And then I will cut off a leg arm and basically sculpt the piece so it looks like it's, you know, folded and everything on her right arm. So I only watched Ruby Season 1. So when I looked up the picture for Yang, I was pretty fucking surprised when I saw the fucking picture. Because I was like, oh, her design looks cooler. I think every design looks cooler in Part 4. But then I was like, she's missing an arm? What the fuck? How did that happen? So I don't know, maybe I have to really I mean, I wasn't really too into it, but I do like the main floor designs. They look pretty cool. And now, we got the badass motherfucking war right here. I put in so much work into this. I mean, this guy's got 9 clay components. It's freaking insane. And what I did start off with this guy doing was the hood and the legs. And then I just kind of didn't do anything here. Or anything, basically. I just did this, like, this is kind of wrong. This is not supposed to be right like this. It's supposed to be way shorter. But I just didn't really feel like painting on his back. Because he doesn't really have that much on his back. He just has this symbol right there as well. But I thought this looked pretty cool. I mean, he's got so much detail packed into him. It's insane. And just the sculpted parts look very nice. And I also really like how the face turned out. Can't see that, but he's got that symbol right there. And everything. The eyes are glowing. And the arm, you know, he's got his skull right there. And this is my way of making the arm a little bit thicker and, you know, bigger, whatnot. You know, this one turns around. No problem there. The hand turns around as well. Movement is not hindered at all. Well, that's not completely true. Because the shoulder pads are kind of in the way. But I made them on paper like so. So they will be like floppy like this. Just so you know. Just for better movement. And it looks better than have a, you know, solid piece. Now they can at least move around a little bit. So that's pretty good. And if you make war, you obviously gotta have the Chaos Eater. I sculpted this completely out of clay. So I started off by sculpting a long pole. And then just added a huge chunk of clay like this. Like made a really rough shape. And then made the edges. And then lastly I put on these screaming souls, I suppose they are. Now I did this side first, and it looks less detailed and all, because it was the first one I did, and this one just looks way better, way much detail. Really like how it turned out. I mean, if you want a tutorial on the Chaos Eater, I can give you it. But the this piece right here, I'm not gonna paint that or varnish it or anything. Because I noticed with the varnish that I use, it kind of scratches off, like, it scratched off from the hand inside, and it gets like really flaky and all, and I really didn't want to do that. Now this is the reason why I should get all kinds of color in clay, because then I could just sculpt it this brown, but at least it looks pretty decent. I painted this obviously, but you know, if I could just sculpt everything directly in the color that I wanted, that will be pretty sweet. But it's kind of expensive buying the different colors of clay. I mean, black and white, you know, you can get gray at least, so. But yeah, I really like it. But yeah, this handle broke off from it when I just dropped it on the floor. Nothing else broke off or anything, because, you know, it's pretty solid, but that just broke off. That and only that, but I tried to glue it, and then it just broke off today again. So I said, fuck you, I'm using a steel thread. Just like when you repair like limbs on figures and such. It's the same thing here. Hopefully that's gonna keep it in place. I'm not too sure, but hopefully. And obviously I glued it. At least it should be a little bit more durable. But war with this Chaos Eater just looks insane. I'm gonna go through all sorts of things with the video on this guy. Now this hasn't dried up yet, so I don't want to put it on war. And I'll save that for the video. And I have to varnish this, obviously. Haven't done that, just painted it today. So there's that. Just a really cool piece. I really like it. And now just a quick thing here. This is Black Rock Shooter, and I still have the arms. Obviously, I just did this because I have to get a white face that isn't severely damaged that I have. Change Black Rock Shooter into white. My friend told me this a long time ago. Basically, when I made Black Rock Shooter, it's like, he said, Leaf, she's not yellow, she's white. And I was like, back then, I don't fucking care. But anyway, I'm pretty happy how this one turned out. It's looking good. It looks good with the jacket on. I'm still not going to change the jacket because his jacket looks pretty damn good. Yeah, I just have to make a sculpt and the face. And then, you know, this black arc shooter is done. And then I won't touch black arc shooter ever again. I promise, okay? I fucking promise this time. And there's also a quick look at the old black arc shooter. And everything looks pretty good on her, but it's just that, you know, she's yellow. And basically, you can use this white. Like, I can go either way, but, you know. But looking at the OVA pictures, pretty damn pale. Pretty damn pale. So there you go. That's pretty much it for this week. To all of you who are sticking through to the very end, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, comment down below, and tell me what you think. Please support me through my Patreon page. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.